Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, I am Waskito Vergino. I am a student of Magister Management Gadjah, Mada University. And today I'm going to talking about the analysis of external environment toward the footwear industry in Indonesia, affecting to PT Blue Indonesia Indonesia. And this topic is intended to fulfill the assignment of the General Business Environment course lectured by Mr. Harsono. Thank you for watching. So this is the agenda. The first one is the preliminary. The second one is the characteristic of the industry, continue to external environment factor analysis, and the company decision. The last but not the least is the conclusion and recommendation. The footwear industry in Indonesia is still experiencing ups and downs. Through the marketing opportunities for Indonesia, shoe products are quite large. Shoes are one of the fashion products with high enough demand in the country. Also, this product is widely exported to other countries. So, no wonder shoes become one of the products that contribute to the biggest foreign exchange for Indonesia. By analyzing the company external factor, it is hoped that the company can utilize the opportunities created and overcome the various threats that will occur in order to apply the precise strategy and returning its existence. So this is the characteristic of the footwear market. The first one is the fast changing world. Demographic will change the customer behavior. New market will be more brand sensitive. Emerging market will create new challenge with dispersion as a new rule. Online will provide new market instrument. Management of client brand relation and loyalty will emerge. So we move to the external environment factor analysis, and the first one is the economic environment. Understanding how economic factors affect business is essential to making smart decisions and guiding your company to great heights. However, these begin with understanding the role of environmental and external factors and how they come into place in business. The condition of the economy is in the present and in the future can affect the company's progress and strategy. Factors including in these aspects such as economic growth, interest rate, exchange rate, inflation rate. These factors greatly influence how a business operates and make decisions and will directly affect the company operation. And the opportunity due to the economic environment is Indonesia is ranked 4 in the list of the top 5 world footwear consumer with the consumption of 886 million pairs or as much as the 4.1% of world consumption. One position below the United States, which has a percentage of 10.8%. In this term of production, Indonesia also occupied in the 4th position in the ranking of the world top 5 footwear producer with a total contribution to world footwear production of 4.6%. And the trick of this economic environment is high interest rate or unstable interest rate, which means it's up and down interest rate, and high inflation, high exchange rate, recession, and high tax regulation. And the second one is the demographic environment. Demographic is the study of a population based on factors such as age, race, and sex. There are a number of demographics that can affect a business. Demographics are various traits that can be used to determine product preference or buying behavior of the consumer. Most companies identify the key customer through these various traits. Then they target customer with like characteristic in their advertisement and the promotion. From the figure of the pyramid in Indonesia, we can see that the proportion of working age, which means the Gen X and the millennial of course, is the significantly larger than the other class. So by this condition, Bruda extremely focus on this target segment, the Gen X and the millennial of course. We continue to the political and government environment. The political environment can impact business organization in many ways. It could add a risk factor and lead to a major loss. You should understand that the political factor have a power to change result. It can also affect government policies in local and federal level. Companies should be ready to deal with the local and international outcome of politics. So the opportunity is if there is a stable political condition, low level of corruption, and well-maintained regulation means that the healthy competition, and the less risk of the military invasion. We move to the technological environment. There are several technological tools that can be utilized in your day-to-day operation, and most of these have a transformative effect, enabling to grow your business further. The technological that you use can impact your business as a whole. It can help your streamline business operation, reach out to more consumer, and in the process, help you compete more effectively with others. So we can see the opportunities using the technological environment. The first one is the real-time collaboration, productivity, interactivity, and the remote work significantly expand the talent pool. We continue to the company decision. Before, I want to say something about the company profile. The mission is the being the product most loved by the public, providing the best and friendly service, build a spectacular work culture, while the vision is making Brudo a leading footwear for Indonesian market and bring Brudo success in the international market. We can see the product of Brudo. We also have the perfume and the handbag. So what is the impact of the external environment toward the industry or the company? We can see the impact to the industry. From the economic environment, a country economic conditions are influenced by numerous macroeconomic and microeconomic factors, including monetary fiscal policy, the state of the global economy, unemployment level, productivity, exchange rate, inflation, and many others. But today, all around the world are facing the COVID-19 pandemic, and this condition will give an impact to the industry all around the world. The World Bank has estimated that the COVID-19 pandemic will significantly slow Indonesian economic growth this year and may draw millions of people into poverty. How about the technological environment? Another external factor that affecting the business is the technological environment. It might be unclear how technological factor can directly affect business unless you take a step back and look at all the technology that used in day-to-day life. Automation, for instance. Demographical environment. Most business find the data with respect of this factor within the target demographic variable of interest as it can affect the growth and success of a business. To sum up, the dominant environment factor that affecting footwear industry are economic environment, technological environment, and demographical environment. Meanwhile, the politics give less effect to the industry growth. How about the company? As we have discussed the impact of change on the industry, we can assume that the economic environment has a contribution in affecting PT Garuda Indonesia in the economic environment. Furthermore, the technological environment affecting the company through the digital marketing e-commerce. E-commerce is a process of allowing web-based technologies to facilitate commerce or trade. Moreover, about the e-commerce, the internet penetration and its usage in Indonesia show that consumer lifestyle has shifted from offline to more online lifestyle. Based on the Indonesia data, there was 175.4 million people from 272 million of people are internet user. Means 64% are an internet user. Those data are one of the reasons Brudo and revision market to digital. And also demographic factors such as age, gender, education, income, and experience has a considerable impact on a business performance. And based on the survey, 50% of Brudo customers are aged from 24 to 34, and 75 are employee. It describes that Brudo's consumer at age 24 to 34 are the most potential buyer. And how about the strategy of the company? As we can see that based on this figure, show that the higher sales come from the warehouse online website. It's about the 53.1%, and followed by the marketplace 11.9%, which is Lazada, Tokopedia, Bukalapak, Blibli, and Shopee. And the rest come from offline sales, from various store owned by Brudo, of course. So what is the strategic decision to solve this problem? Brudo should make improvement related in digital marketing to keep on track in this business competition. Measurement in every digital activities is a must. The first thing to do is to measure the cost, volume, profit in every channel. So Brudo could find the right channel to capture the right audience. The second solution is optimizing mobile website experience. It will help customers have good experience in Brudo mobile site. The last is increasing the number of followers of Line and Instagram by doing online event. How about the possible outcome? This is the figure of the product sales in 2018, 38 million. But as we know, due to the condition, there is a COVID-19 pandemic. So from figure potential winner and a potential loser in the short term, the COVID-19 pandemic condition will give an impact on the industry all around the world. Some of the industry will extremely drop, like tourism, autism, aviation, maritime, automotive, for instance. But on the other hand, some industry will rise, like a medical supply, services, food processing, and personal healthcare. Unfortunately, the footwear industry is belong to this manufacturing non-essential. To sum up, the footwear industry belong to the potential loser group. In the other opinion, the first thing to do is the company has to manage the cash flow rather than focus on a business, because the purchasing power has dropped and many people get laid off. So buying new shoes is not a priority. They have to maintain operation costs compared to income. There might be 0% or minus growth because fashion was not the basic need. But we also can assume that the company keep growing with 0.4% growth. This is follow the worst case of scenario from the finance minister. And how about the conclusion and recommendation? In 2018, the manufacturing industry is the highest contribution to the GDP. And at the end, there are external environment factors that will have a positive or negative impact on the sustainability of the fashion industry, including the PT Ganesha Brudo Indonesia. The company must be able to identify opportunity and threat from the external environment in order to survive in the industry. As for this paper, the external factor studies include the four factors as follows: the economic, demography, political, and technological environment. So the economic, demographic, and technological is have more potential to influence the company compared to the political and government, which in a moderate level. So the four factors above have a different impact to the company's performance. Hence, PT Ganesha Brudo Indonesia need to have the ability to deal with a variety of threats and opportunities originating from these external factors. So I think this is the end of our presentation today. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.